Thanks, David. Hi to everybody. Great to be here. When David and Michelle asked me, do you have any interest in talking about customer experience? I said, oh no, I don't want to talk about that at all. I mean, I jumped at the chance because it's a passion of mine, and especially in the situation we're in right now with the pandemic, there's just so much change going on within the profession and within each of our organizations as we look at the experience. So I told David and Michelle, I like to start things out with getting you engaged. So I've got an assignment for you. Let's use the chat box. It's an easy assignment. You got to think quick. Don't overthink the assignment, but there's two questions. And one is, name a company that's easy to do business with, and then give me one word or just a short phrase about why you said that company. So name a company that's easy to do business with and why you said that, and drop it in the chat, and let's see what you're saying. I'm just going to give us a couple of minutes for people to jump in here.
That is interactive, Bob. We generally don't expect these people to actually be staring at the screen and using the tool, so it'll be a good test.
You could do this even if you're not on video. Got lots of Amazons, good reasons, okay. LL Beans, American Express, Qualtrics, USAA, Wayfair, REI. Big announcement by REI, built this fantastic, beautiful campus and decided to go 100% virtual. Chick-fil-A, good. So great. This is a great list. United Healthcare. I just have a quick question for you. Great reasons too, I should add. Easy customer service, easy to do business with, great customer service, and so forth. So I have a question for you. Okay, Nick, that was a pretty good one there on Comcast. And they're actually doing some phenomenal things in customer experience too. So how many of you work for one of those companies that's in that chat box right there? How many of you work for Amazon? Does anybody work for Amazon or USAA or Nordstrom? Nope. Anybody? Anybody? Nope, no, no, nope, no. Okay, kind of counts, John. Amazon was your client. Nope, nope. Wait a minute, wait a minute. We made this list of all these companies that are easy to do business with, and none of you put your own company in there. Whoa, do we have a lot of work ahead of us today, David, in this session today? How come you didn't put
I'm so upset that CCNG didn't make the list. Come on.
CCNG didn't make it? So why didn't you put your own company in there? And you can jump in. Pedro's trying to make up for lost time and add his own company. So why didn't you? And if you want to just come on audio, that'd be fine. We don't have to do it all in chat. But why didn't you put your own company in there?
Because of the way you presented the question.
Oh, how did I present the question?
A company that we do business with that's easy. We don't do business with ourselves necessarily.
Oh, I love that answer, Bradley. Is that Bradley? Did I get that right?
Brad.
Brad? I love that answer, Brad, because you know what my response to that is? Why don't you do business with yourself?
Good question.
Because I asked that question of I think there were like 200 service executives in this session, and I asked, and somebody just as smart as you are, Brad, said, I don't do business with myself. And I said, why aren't you? You should be. And a guy from Caterpillar raised his hand at the back of the room. Now, you can imagine what the next question is going to be from the service executive from Caterpillar. You said, what do you want me to do? Make a bulldozer just to find out what our customers go through? And of course, Brad, you want to tell him what my answer was?
Probably yes.
Probably yes. You know me already, Brad. We just got started. I said yes. Now, do you have to just go out and do it yourself? No, but there's a great article. It's an old article. It's a classic article from Harvard Business Review called Staple Yourself to an Order. And I would just suggest to you that, and this is like from 1992, they actually brought it out as a classic. So that'll tell you how old I am and how old that article is. But it's a fabulous article if you haven't read it, where it talks about creating the experience of your customers by following an order through. So when a customer does place an order, regardless of the size of the product or the service type, is walking through hand in hand with the customer and having people at all functions in the organization do that to create the experience. So that's really what has been an interesting approach in these days of the crisis, where how we're adjusting almost immediately to expectations. So, and the things that you listed in the chat, I thought were really good in terms of reasons why we're easy to do business with. And forgive me, but it wasn't intended to be a gotcha question, but it usually is, in terms of we don't always think of our own companies and how easy we are to do business with. One of the things I'll share with you, and then we'll kind of ask you to get engaged with some of your thoughts on this too, is when I work with clients, I ask them to rate themselves on how easy to do business they are on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the easiest and 1 being terrible. And to use that as a benchmark for how you might look at your experiences and what people are having. And especially today, where expectations have changed virtually overnight by our customers, how have we changed as an organization and what are we doing to respond to it? So I want to kind of turn this, so thanks for tolerating that exercise, and hopefully you might want to try this in some of your organizations and see what responses you elicit from your employees and your leaders.